Alright, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushua, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushua, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Greatmillstone True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, man. You Akim to Sadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth necessary. On the pre-Shemon, and this week's topic is going to be entitled Every Great Millstone Member Goes Out There on the Streets. The inspiration for the show comes from, there was a comment left on one of the videos that I had done, uploaded on these several different pages, It was a while ago, Apostle Tahar said that, we have to have at least 3 channels. So I upload these videos to different channels. And long story short, one of the comments on one of the other channels I got, not the main one that we use, some guy said, glad to see a Great Millstone member teaching that you don't have to teach on the street, something to that effect. I guess because, you see the videos, the screen recording, you see videos like this in transit here where I'm in the car. And I replied to him on the comment board, but I just want to do this lesson so nobody get it twisted. Even though we're doing videos in transit videos in the car, or we're doing on-screen recordings, every single Great Millstone member is commanded, first of all, by the Spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, using the form of our apostles and our elders and those above you, that you have to go out there on the streets. If by all means, you can't just be indoor lessons, man. Now, to that brother, he might not see this, but on the Born Again Live channel, you can see it, the live camp. But that's just speaking for myself. But I know every brother out there, they might not have their live camp shows on there. All right, but I go out later. I work nights, so I go out later. But I'm still out there with the Akim every Saturday. Lord willing, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, I'm willing and capable. All right, because there's no way you could be in Great Millstone and not be going out there if you're fully able to. All right, when I say fully able to, brothers are understanding. If you have an ailment where you can't walk properly, you can't stand there for several hours, medical reasons, that's between you and the Most High, and brothers will be merciful and reasonable, all right, and use proper judgment. But if you fully able to be out there, then you have no excuses. The scriptures talk about being bid to the marriage, all right, and being a profitable servant. First and foremost, the internet highways and byways is good too, because look at all the comments you might get on a video of a man that's out there in a different state, all right, or a person. So this is a greater avenue in terms of reading getting the masses out there, all right, because even though more people will walk by you than watch a video, all right, because we see hundreds of people every day when we go out, every week rather, when we go out there on the Saturdays, all right, hundreds of if not thousands of people see us, but how many really stop and make a comment? Few and far between. As rather you do a lesson, more people could interact with your videos from different parts of the world, all right. So the internet is very important. It fits in prophecies in Psalms the 14th chapter. It should be Psalms the 14th chapter, about night after night utter a speech. If not Psalms, it could be Psalms either 14, 19, or 17. It's locking. But the internet is in there, and we know that. But guess what? There's even more in there. Going out there in the highways and edges, man. All right, that's really, going out and battling the elements. That is mandatory. Okay. So I don't know if the brother was sincere. Based on his name, he might, he just might be just an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Because even though you're an Israelite pursuant to the book of Romans 9 and 16, I don't mean you're right. They're not all Israel, which are of Israel. So you got guys out there that know that they're Israelites, but there's so many different channels. There's so many different, like a river, it's like a sea breaking off into a river, which breaks off into several different streams. You know what I'm saying? So you can constantly see, it's breaking off, but it's all part of that water of Israel. But the Most High is only dealing with one particular stream, man. All right, one particular doctrine. Never in the scriptures did everybody get together with different beliefs, and that was the way that the Most High is working with it. Not. It was always just one way that the Most High deals with things, and I got to make this clear. Going out there on the highways and byways, all right, at least here in Great Millstone, is mandatory. All right, if you're fully able, it's mandatory. I never met no brother that was given a pass to just do shows during the week, all right, that was not, unless he had a physical ailment or something like that, or a physical condition that inhibited him. In fact, the apostles gave a story about a guy that was in a wheelchair. This is prior to the YouTube era. All right, I'm talking about prior to 2007, but going back to what we call the old school. All right, that was out there in a wheelchair, man, holding posts. You know. Now, you know, in this day and era, I don't know if the apostles might make a guy go out there with a wheelchair. You know, that could kind of be counterproductive or detrimental. But that's up to the apostles, all right? But if the Spirit's on a man, you know, he's fucking, if he's, you know, in a wheelchair, he said, look, man, I'm just going to go out there, and if I could contribute somehow to this word, just being out there, then hey, man, you know what I'm saying? But if you're a prophet of the Heavenly Father, you're going to want to go out there anyway. It becomes a part of you, you know? It really becomes a part of you wanting to teach this thing, man. Like, you know, one brother, you know, he said, one of the apostles got on brothers about not doing the 3 shows a week. You know, one brother had made a statement that I got my 3 shows in this week, and you don't want to really, you know, come on, man, it shouldn't be like that. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like this thing is a burden for you to do. Like, yes, you know, I got to make my quota. You know, yes, I made it. I barely made. Nah, man, you should be eager to want to teach like that. It should really be in you. Like, yeah, I just want to teach. You know. That's really how the Most High wants us to be. That's when you're truly hot. When the apostles or no brother got to get on your case. You know? That's how the Most High wants us all to be. Is it going to always be like that? No. There's a certain dispensation of faith, you know? But that's the standard we should set, man. That's the standard we should set. Because even though we know that all men have the same faith, we should set a certain standard. And a part of the standard is being extremely diligent. Hey, man, that's what Greatmillstone is known for. All right, we're known for getting on guys that teaching bullshit, and we don't just get on people to get on people. We're gonna get on now. It's if you teach in madness according to the doctrine. All right, we're gonna defend the gospel. All right, so I don't want anybody thinking like that guy that just because I'm doing shows in the car, I might be doing my screen recording shows. That anybody here in Greatmillstone has a license to not go out there on the highways and byways, all right? Because that's something commanded us of the Heavenly Father. Go out there in the highways and hedges. In fact, this is a post-camp lesson. Every Saturday, Lord willing, going back, you know, shit, we've been doing this for a minute. Always doing post-camp shows. I remember that the Spirit just said, yo, let's just do a post-camp show. That was back when we was on 34. And through the Spirit of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? You know, one time we used to drive as a group. Now brothers got their own rides, whatever. But hey, still continuing the spirit of doing them post-camp lessons, man. Doing them post-camp lessons, and you know, it kind of becomes a habit. Like I just can't wait to just, you know, what went on during the week. All right, what topic can I speak about now? And definitely going out there on the highways and the byways, man, because that's when you truly get to link up with all the Akim. All right, and it's therapeutic, man. I'm gonna say that, man. It's therapeutic because throughout the week you still link up with brothers, but you know, ain't nothing like, you know, all coming together and fulfilling 1 Corinthians, the 1st chapter and the 10th verse. You know, speaking the same thing, being on one accord, man. Because the world, they think differently, man. All right, people in the world are not sincere with you, man. Okay, you might come across a few sincere jakes here and there, but for the most part people in the world are cutthroat, grimy. And you always have to have your guard up. I mean, you always have to have your guard up 24/7. All right? But when you're amongst brothers, man, you see that, look, you're all aiming towards the same goal, that you all have the same path, that y'all all trying to work out your own salvation. Hey, man, that's therapeutic, man. For real. Okay? And when we get together, we don't get together. How can we all get together in a crib, or a house, rather, you know, when we like, you know, like almost 100 deep? The camp is growing massive, man. The camp in New York is growing. I heard the LA camp is crazy large. Chicago camp is crazy large. All right, can't be renting out a spot every week for that amount of people. Nah, you go out there in the highways and hedges, man, because you don't know who's going to pass, man. All right, you don't know who might gain at the word. Hey, certain brothers might fall on hard times. Don't got the computer at home. All right, might not. You know, you never know. But we know this. There's a reason that the Most High wants us out there on the highways and byways specifically, man. To go out there on the street. Something that the Most High likes about that, man. Because he's been having his prophets do that for ages, man. Alright? And nothing's going to change. The scripture says there's no new things under the sun. And the spirit of this prophet is subject to the prophet. The prophet is going to always want to say before the things that are going to happen. He's going to always want to, as the book of Jeremiah 28:8 says, alright? The prophets that have been before me and before thee, talking to Hananiah, prophesy both against many kingdoms and against great countries, all right? And it's a different atmosphere when you're out there on the actual streets, man, all right? Right now, I can control my heat in my car. I got the light. I got, there's no, how you say, like, real static. You know what I'm saying? But in the elements, anything can happen. Anybody, it keeps you more sharp. All right. It's like it's like doing this lesson is almost like shadow boxing. Just doing this lesson is like shadow boxing. All right. But going out in the highways and byways is actually boxing. Or rather hitting a heavy bag, which doesn't move, okay, versus fighting an opponent, which is moving and throwing different things at you. So that's what I like in going on out today. Even though you do these shows during the week, it's like you're shadow boxing, all right. But the highways and byways is when you really boxing, man. And, anything can come at you, and you got to know how to maneuver through these scriptures, all right, to defend the gospel. Okay, because they can throw anything at you. And when you go out there week in, week out, what that does too is build experience. Hey, speaking of the boxing analogy, all right, a guy can hit a heavy bag and he could be the nicest with the speed bag and get in this fight, and he has no experience to get his ass beat, because he hasn't gone through any challenges, he hasn't gone through any experience. Now, when you go out there consistently and you deal with different spirits, all right, more often than not, that same spirit come back, but on a different person. It might be the spirit of so-called Christianity, the spirit of a Muslim, the spirit of an Islamist, the spirit of a so-called Jew. All right, the God love everybody spirit. You know how to deal with these spirits and what scriptures to go to automatically, and that's how the Most High keeps us sharp, man. All right, you don't get that just doing lessons on a screen recorder. You don't get that just being in the crib, all right? And you might say, okay, I'm going to go live and but come on, man. You already know people on the comment boards are a lot of scoffers, okay? And not only that, it's different to look a man in the eye, look a person in the eye when you're dealing with them, as opposed to on the comment boards. People can hide and be different types of characters and different types of superheroes on the comment boards, but that true interaction, all right, is completely different, all right? So in closing, every single Great Millstone member goes out there on the highways and byways, all right? I'm talking about if you're a prophet, all right? I'm not talking about the Great Millstone helps out there, because you have women out there that help us out, all right? You got elderly that might just be able to, just help us out. But I'm talking about those that are bodily able to go out there, all right? We go out there, man. At least once a week we go out there, right? And the Spirit have us go out. Hey, the Apostle of Tahar bigged up GMS Detroit. 1 view, 2 views on the live chat, but they was out there diligently strong, man. All right, and that's that we know of. Every Great Millstone member has that same spirit. Every Great Millstone camp has that same spirit. We don't give a fuck how many people is out there. We don't give a fuck how many people is watching, because the Lord told us prophesy into the wind if we have to. We're going to do our due diligence to go out there in the highways and byways and teach this word. And with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim Rakakodash. I want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. A salutations to the whole elect out there, man. You Akim, you stay strong in this thing. Shalom.